Hey guys, welcome to another day with Zimaleta. And in today's video I would like to talk about a little bit about expediting and hiring drivers, my thoughts on it, my plans on it for the future, and also why do I have 5 sprinters, what is my plans for having this many sprinters. As you guys could see, I'm wearing my overalls here, you know, like basically it's a mechanic suit for working on sprinters, and I was over here kind of like just doing various stuff, and I decided to have a conversation with you guys about this whole deal. And it's been on my mind a lot as well. So at the time, guys, when I bought these sprinters, my very first part sprinter that I bought, guys, it was obviously a part sprinter for me so I could keep my vehicle running, because guys, I only had one van, and when something fails, it always ends up costing me like a lot of money, especially if I'm out and about and I get stuck and I don't have like any money to buy these brand new parts and stuff that the dealer's trying to sell, or try to pay these mechanics and stuff. They're trying to like rip you off because you don't have any tools, and they will try to like take advantage of you guys, especially if you're in that type of situation. So I kind of thought, look, I'm gonna have a part sprinter, and you know, and once I bought my land, guys, I decided to buy more sprinters, and every time I'm buying them from my friends and stuff, they call me up, they're like, hey, I got a sprinter, you know, do you want to buy it? And you know, sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say no. So all in all, I end up with, you know, like 5 sprinters, and it's really like a lot of money in those sprinters. Just my part sprinters alone, and I'm considering 3 of them now as my part sprinters, and which I will explain in a video. After this video, I'm going to explain to you why I'm going to actually do that. Why am I going to just turn 3 of them into part sprinters instead of fixing them and trying to like sell them and make all this money or putting drivers on them. But in this video, I would like to tell you why I'm not going to put drivers on those sprinters. And there's many reasons, guys. But one of them is, I first want to tell you guys, is it would make sense to put drivers on these sprinters. I'm just not going to do it. The only reason why it's worth putting drivers on it, because these sprinters, they are not good for actually reselling and making any money on them. I'm just not gonna get the money out of these sprinters. But if I fix them for like, let's just say even under $10,000 per each sprinters, which should still be like way under, and put drivers on them, the drivers could actually make pretty good income, and basically it would end up kind of like paying for itself and just keep going and going and going. But I'm not gonna do that, guys, and I would like to explain to you later in this video why that's gonna be a problem. The main problem is the insurance. The second problem, guys, it's a huge headache. I got a friend that's doing this thing, and last year he went through 38 drivers, guys. 38 drivers, which might not be such a big deal, but you gotta train every single driver. You gotta spend time with each driver. You gotta, you know, tell them kind of like the name of the game. Like, you gotta teach them everything, you know, and then they quit on you, you know, because this job is not for everybody. Like, expediting is hard work. This is not just like you buy a van, you get in it, you start driving, and then you think, look, I could put a bunch of drivers and I could make all this money. Some people, they're just not made for this type of work, because this work is very hard. Because we gotta sleep in the sprinters that we're driving. We don't have a hotel at the end of the day. That's what we're driving, that's where we sleep. And if you got a load in the back and it's completely taking up all the space, and you don't have no sleeper area, that's why you don't have no space, you're gonna be sleeping on the seats, or you're just not even gonna be getting any type of sleep that day. And like winter right now, guys, basically good luck trying to sleep in your vehicle. It's gonna be extremely cold. And then if you add those other systems and stuff like Webasto, or like, you know, like other heating type of systems, it costs extra money. Yeah, you could keep the van heated now, but you're like, it's winter time. You still got other problems and stuff you got to be, you know, facing. And it is one thing where it's your own van, you're the driver, you're the decision maker, you're there with the vehicle, and you could make the right decisions or do like your own service if something goes wrong with the van. But if the driver's down there, and if he's cold, And here you invested all this money so he could keep working. You put this heating system in his van. You put an AC system in the van. And you make a comfortable sleeper from him. And like you spend all this time with him when you could have been working yourself and making the money. And then the driver is still gonna be like complaining, why is there no loads? Why am I still sitting here? You know, that's going to be a constant like battle with the phone calls and stuff with drivers. They're just going to be basically doing that stuff. And then you're going to have other dreaded phone calls, which I had because I had drivers before. Hey, I got bad news for you. What's up? I'm in the ditch. Really? You're in the ditch? What are you doing in the ditch? Because the last video he sent me was him driving kind of fast and it was snowing. So I'm like, were you driving fast? And I, you know, like, no, I was driving slow. It was just snowing. It's icy roads, and the wind kind of like threw me off the road, basically. Okay, well, you know, so what are we gonna do? He's driving my new Sprinter, guys, 2007, and you know, I had to get a tow truck. I had to pay money for the tow truck. I told him, I'm like, look, it's your fault. You're gonna have to pay for your own hotel while we're getting this thing situated, because the tow truck could not even go there because the roads were so bad that they actually shut that road down after that because there was many accidents. He was not the only one. And he had to pay for his own hotel room because I wasn't going to pay for that and the towing because it was his problem. But anyways, that's besides the point. The fact of the matter is I gave him a brand new van, 2007, when I still had payments on it. $800 payments, guys. Of course, I drove it first for 2 years, and then, of course, I gave it to the driver. And I was driving an older van. I was driving a 2002, which was much older, and I will explain this later in the video. But here's some more thoughts, guys, because this might be interesting for some of you expediters that's thinking about putting drivers. That, look, once they were pulling out the van, guys, they ripped off my whole front bumper. Guys, it breaks my heart, you know, to see that, because that's a new Sprinter, guys. I paid $40,000 for, and I'm still paying, you know, making payments for like $800 a month, and high insurance. I think I was paying like, man, $430 just a million liability, and then on top of that, like an extra $100 just for the cargo, and having a driver and stuff that actually increased it a little bit more. He was a good driver, but still that little mishap where he like ended up being like in the middle of the road, you know, like in the median, you know, like they ripped off the bumper, pulling it out. Those things across the lights, they were all dented up. They ripped the grill out too, and he offered to fix everything. Of course, I didn't know what to do. That guy was my friend, so I decided like not to like use insurance, you know, for that stuff. Like, first of all, my insurance would go up, and plus for him it would be a problem. So I told him, look, you're gonna need to fix it somehow, you know. So he fixed it with zip ties, basically. So the whole thing was zip tied up. So brand new van, I'm still making payments for. It was zip tied up, and he still worked on it. I think like maybe like 3 more months, still with lots of other problems. And then finally he bought his own vehicle and quit. And you know, after that, you know, I put another driver on, and that did not work out. And basically, it's kind of like it's a little roller coaster. But so let me explain to you guys a little bit more in the video, and then I'm gonna get back to you in another video and explain to you why is it like this. It's not worth for me to even fix these Sprinters here. Why did I actually buy them? I was kind of thinking about having my own drivers and stuff, and putting drivers on them, and you know, that kind of thing, and making extra money with Expedite, because shoot, I've been doing it for 10 years. I had drivers before. Except when my driver that was driving, he was, you know, driving my 2007 Sprinter when it was still new. And I was driving a 2002 because that one had more problems. I figured, look, it would be better for me to fix those problems than my driver. So the driver had a better van than I did. And then I had another driver driving a Chevy Express van, which was still pretty good at that time. It was 2003. It was dependable. Nothing went wrong with that one. But, you know, in the end, I decided not to have it because for one reason or another, which I'm sure I already shared in some of the videos in the past. I started thinking, guys, and I really don't want to, you know, hire drivers for my vans. I'm not scared, you know, but here's the why, like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, that's like the main reason is the insurance. First of all, it's gonna cost a lot of money. Second of all, guys, I already know what's gonna happen. These Sprinters are gonna be like in ditches, and they're going to hit deers, and they're gonna hit cows, horses, and whatever else crosses the road. Telling you, I have friends that's doing the same thing. It's just part of the game, you know. That's how it is. He calls me up. He's like, man, one of my drivers just hit a deer. Another one hit a cow. I'm like, a cow? He's like, yeah. Another hit a truck, a pickup truck. Totaled the pickup truck and the Sprinter. And it's just on and on and on. It never stops. It's like it's a huge headache. So, you know, if you're going to think about, well, it's okay because they make some money and you use that money to pay for the, you know, insurance and stuff like that, you know, you're going to be kind of like halfway right. But I'm going to tell you something. You are still responsible on your insurance. So that means your insurance is going to be going up with each accident. And then you're going to be paying outrageous prices for insurance. I actually pay a really good price right now. So I don't want that to change. Because even though I'm not working right now, like in the wintertime, I'm going to do some jobs here and there. I'm still paying for my insurance. I'm not stopping it. Like, I'm just keeping it all the same. But anyways, guys, I guess in conclusion of the video, I told you like a lot of stuff. I kind of basically, I wanted to make this kind of quicker video and just kind of like more informative. But I got a lot of distractions kind of going on. So I'm sorry I was not able to do that. And talked about a lot of different stuff. But all in all, I got the point across. You guys actually know kind of like what I'm talking about and kind of like where I'm coming from with these sprinters, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did or not. And, you know, put a like if you did. You know, so thank you so much, guys. Take care. God bless.